Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna stood long time with folded hands before the blissful image, the devotee standing behind him. Sri Ramakrishna is absorbed in God, seeing the Divine Mother. The moment any aspect of divine appears in his mind, he has already lost himself there. And seeing him, the devotees who are around, seeing him, they are lost in him. All those who came to Sri Ramakrishna forgot everything, their own family, their own duties, everything they forget. Why? After going out from Dakshineshwar, or when Sri Ramakrishna used to go to their house, they used to forget everything. Even many times it so happens they forget to treat Sri Ramakrishna. They themselves are in ecstasy like. Some like Shabri, when she sees Rama in actuality, waiting for long number of years, when she sees Rama, she will be totally out of herself. Like that, devotees used to forget their date, time, duties, responsibilities, families, their own bodily existence, hunger, all Sri Ramakrishna has to take care of them. They have come, even the person who came to serve had to be served by Sri Ramakrishna. He used to forget himself and everything. Like that is the case when we see in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, he used to remain in intoxicated state all the time, day in and out. And those who are with him also have that same atmosphere, same tendency, same talk, same movements as he would do. It becomes something like a mob mentality. One nature of human nature is to be influenced by the environment in which we grow. Suppose there is a child and the atmosphere is what atmosphere we are providing for the child. It grows, it has its own nature, yet the influence becomes very strong. When I go to the West, I see small children, they are totally influenced by Western culture. Oh, that spiritual awareness is gone forever, we feel. This is not going to give any physical enjoyments and pride, this, that, everything may come. But the peace within, the bliss within, in poverty and suffering, in all states of externally, not to be affected by the external situations, that state they will be missing forever. Like that, because the atmosphere is like that. If a Westerner child comes here with all the samskaras he is born, if he is left in India with the Indians, he will grow as Indian, with all the awarenesses of the Indian culture, Indian this one. Like that, in Mahabharata, one story comes. There we see one king is going to see his kingdom. He's moving in the elephant, sitting in the elephant and going. All his retina is going behind. And in one place, as the king is going in front of a house, a parrot is calling, "Oh my dear, please come home, to have some food," this, that. It is inviting so nicely. The king listens to the parrot's calling, stops for a while. Come quickly. We have kept some food for you, this, that. You will be surprised. He gets down and thanks that person, the one who is bringing up that, and asks, "Will you give this parrot to me?" He says, "Why not, king? What are you asking for this parrot? I am ready to give my life to you." Then he takes that parrot and starts going. Then after going some distance, he sees another parrot shouting at him, "Get out from here, I am going to kill you, I am going to cut you," this, that. He gets angry. He says, "What is this parrot in my country? Scolding, using slang words and this, that and all." He tells his servant, "Go and kill that parrot. It should not be there in my country anymore, nor in this world anymore." Then the parrot is telling to king, "Oh, don't kill that parrot. He's my brother. We were together in the forest. We were caught by a hunter and we were sold in the market. A Brahmin, a good person, a Sajjan, took me to his house and he was purchased by a butcher. The butcher's language he is speaking. I am speaking of the Pandit's language, that's all." So where we grow, that influences. That's why when we go to the monastery, first thing we are taught, remember others imitate you. Live an exemplary life. This first thing. I went and bowed down to Purushottanandaji. He said, beating on my chest, "Look, fire is burning within. See that the fire never quenches till you realize God." Then I went and bowed down to another Swamiji who taught us Vedic chanting and all. We bowed down and he said, "Never swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam." You should not swear away from the tradition of learning and teaching. It has to continue at all times. Then I went and bowed down to Bhajananaji Maharaj. He said, "Now you have left everything. Don't think of the world or past. Just get immersed in God. Do all duties of your life. Lead a perfectly disciplined life. And offer your life to God." Then I went to the President Swamiji, Adidevanandaji, and bowed down. He said, "You have come now. See that your old samskaras do not possess you anymore. Remember, others who come, both devotees and the youngsters who are going to come later, will be imitating you. Lead an exemplary life." See how these, and we will be seeing with 2 eyes, 200 eyes will be looking at us. So how should we live in this world? That I am responsible. If I bring any kind of indiscipline in our life, I'll be responsible for future degradation of the institution. So see that you are not affected by anything, or others are not led by Now Sri Ramakrishna's life, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life, and you see all these people, whoever lived with them, started climbing to the spiritual heights. In that very life they realized and went away. The saints, wherever saints are there, you see, at least 100 people come to them frequently. At least 5 or 6 people will realize God in that very life. That is the influence with which now Ramakrishna is standing in front of the deity, absorbed in God. He is not only getting himself absorbed in God, making others. It is influencing others to get up, how to go, how to approach a deity, how to express love, how to get absorbed, how to forget oneself in thought of God. You may not be able to enter into bhava samadhi, but at least feel the bhava. That they used to feel that some influence of Sri Ramakrishna's, they used to lose their external slowly. Many people like Rakhal and others we see losing external was totally in thought of God, lying down on the ground. Will we be able to see? Suppose same Rakhal or some people or Bhavnath had gone to someone or Sri Ramakrishna they had not met, I don't think they would have experienced that ecstasy at all. So the influence, one is our exposure to it and our receptivity. Whenever we go to any saint or a holy man, we have to develop one nature of receptivity to open ourselves there and receive. Just like we take some articles and put in the sunshine, we are exposing it to sunshine to evaporate the water content in it and purify it, warm it up, make them free from insects. So we put there, it is exposed. Like that we have to expose and develop the receptivity to receive and transform our inner world. Otherwise, so many people, others also came to Sri Ramakrishna with others, with his devotees. They will say, you go, when are we going? When are we going? They go on pestering. Then last they say, we'll be sitting in the boat, you come. They will leave there. Wait for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes. Then when half an hour is over, they cannot sit anymore. They feel dejected. They will go and sit in the boat. I will be sitting in the boat, come and join us. So this type of people also, having gone to the Avatara Varishta, they could not receive anything because of the samskaras are so powerful. They don't allow us to receive the grace. The grace is freely distributed, it's raining. I am going with an umbrella of ego and coming back with the umbrella of ego without taking anything. These devotees who came to Sri Ramakrishna belonged to another group. They were sadhakas, they wanted to finish off all the suffering and bondage forever. Someone asked some time back, what for should we realize God? To be free from the bondage of this world and suffering. And he said, after realizing God, what happens? After realizing God, you'll be eternally happy. So what? What more? I was surprised. What to answer? What is going to happen of realization? What are we going to get after? How will be our life? And they don't even understand You'll be free forever from all. What are you expecting? Are you ready to accept suffering, constant suffering and bondage? If you are ready to accept, doesn't matter. Be here. But if you want to get rid of suffering, we are not even understanding where we are. We are amidst fire, burning within. When we come to awareness, it will be late. We have to wait for the one more human birth to get. So after realizing this, you are going to be eternally, what the human is expecting in one's life? Only three things. I want to be happy. I want happiness. And then I want happiness. I want freedom. I want to be free. And I want peace. Only these things every being is expecting, even an ant and God. Hundreds of gods and goddesses, all are expecting only these three. I want happiness, I want peace, I want freedom. Do you get that? What you are expecting? You will never get peace in this world. Try. You have lived lives after lives. Where did you get peace? Where did you get freedom? You have no freedom at all. You are in a prison house. You can't enjoy as you want. You cannot get anything what you are expecting. Even small things of the world you will not get. And no freedom, no peace, no bliss. Momentary pleasures of the body and senses, one may get, that's all. So this you are going to get eternally and be free from suffering, bondage forever. This understanding has to dawn from depths within. So here Sri Ramakrishna is standing before the deity and bowing down to show it's a path, it's a state, it is where we are going to see where will you find God? In your Shraddha. The faith, how much of faith you need to see the deity in the image. We go to the shrine in the temple. How many see the divine presence there? Are we able to turn back? Are we able to behave as if Thakur is sitting there, Sri Ramakrishna is sitting there in the shrine? While getting up, while sitting, am I making some sound? Will it disturb him? Will he be pleased by all acts of mine here? Am I drowsing? Am I indifferent to the presence of God? All this count, that seeing that much if we can do, one day he reveals himself to the image, and that is called Archavatara. There are various degrees and various types of incarnations. God incarnates, He manifests. He manifests through the image of a deity where we have kept full faith. I used to see a brahmachari who was in the training center. He was from Bangladesh, and he was so much devoted, and all the time he longed to look at the picture of, he was not much educated. While sleeping, while waking up, while moving in the room, his own room, one beautiful picture of Thakur Mother Swamiji, black and white. While entering itself, his whole attention is on that picture. Another I saw, whole night sitting with the picture and shedding tears. Where are you? Where are you? I was able to see from his window inside. And he used to whole night almost, he would sit with that image. Bhajananji told us, one day, he was in training center, and he went to see Surji Maharaj, Nirvanananji Maharaj, to bow down to him. And he saw, he is unaware of, he is entering into his room. He is sitting with his Gurudev's photo and shedding tears. He has blessed him to be Brahmagyani. His Guru is no more. Brahmananji has left the body long back. We could not witness, but he was his sevak, whom he blessed that he will be Brahmagyani in this very life, being pleased with his services. So, Bhajananji Maharaj used to tell us, don't think you will realize God so easily. How much of longing you need. I saw one who is blessed by Brahmananji Maharaj, a Brahmagyani. For him to be Brahmagyani, he is holding the picture of his Gurudev and shedding tears. I went inside, he is not aware. He is in his own mood. I silently bowed down and stood. He has not observed. I silently came out without disturbing him. So this is how we realize God. This is what Sri Ramakrishna is teaching to the devotees, how to approach God, where to see God. Where else will you see if you can't see in an image where worship went on? Where in an image where with scriptural injunctions, authority, Divine Mother was invoked. And invoked by a holy person who is living a life of a priest, giving up all worldly desires. He is a priest of the Divine Mother and is invoked. If you can't see Divine Mother here, where else will you see God? So Sri Ramakrishna is standing there and just he is entered into Samadhi, he is coming down and he is feeling the still Mother is there. He is seeing Mother, we are seeing image yet. But at least that Shraddha, faith, must be able to see the Divine Mother's presence at least there. If you are able to see the Divine Mother's presence, it is sufficient. With great love, if you are a mother, you are here, I bow down to you. When you go to the shrine early morning, as if you are waiting for the whole night for the door to open. I see old sadhus in Belur Math waiting at the gate half an hour before coming and waiting. The morning Mangalarti in winter will be 4:30 and morning Mangalarti in summer will be 4 o'clock. They come at 3:30 and stand waiting for the door to open. And when the doors of the shrine are open, you must see their faces beaming with joy. How much whole life they have spent praying and serving that deity in whatever capacity. He might be, one was looking after the kitchen, one was looking after the garden, one was looking after the cows in the cow shed. And these people, through their own duties, they were worshipping the Lord in the shrine. All that was worship. They were working. One is washing the cows, and it's a worship unto Sri Ramakrishna in the shrine. The Vyakta Puja is done by the Pujari. Avyakta Puja is done by all who are serving wherever, whatever service is there. A person walking, if he just lifts a leaf and puts out. He has put a flower at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. That Shraddha, that offering, that feeling, Sri Ramakrishna experts say, at least that much you do. I am able to see Divine Mother. At least feel her presence with your intellect and heart. Feel that he is teaching and going down, standing there, still standing. After he's come down to the normal consciousness, he's standing there looking at Mother. To awaken the hearts of others, to respond to the Divine Mother's presence there. When the invocation is done, yavat tvam pujayishyanti tavat tvam sustira bhava. As long as you are worshipped here, be here, Mother. In temples where the deity is, till the last devotee comes, maybe 200 years after, the Devata must be there sitting, waiting for the devotee to come. That is the prayer that they offer to the deity. We see Sri Ramakrishna here. The devotee standing behind him, gradually he went into samadhi, his body becoming motionless and his eyes fixed. With long sigh, he came back to the world of senses. Slowly is coming back and said, still intoxicated with divine fervor, Mother, goodbye. He wants to part from Mother. He is telling goodbye. But he could not leave the place. He is saying good, but he is not able to leave the place. He remained standing there, addressing Ramlal. He said, please sing that song, then I shall be all right. One song he used to, just like putting children into sleep, they sing Lori songs. Like that, to bring him to normal consciousness, one song is required. Ramlal sang, O Mother, consort of Shiva, thou hast deluded the world. The master went to the drawing room with devotees. Every now and then he said, Mother, please dwell in my heart. He's teaching how we have to call on God, how we have to feel the presence, how we have to keep on invoking Mother inside. Jadu was sitting in the drawing room with friends. The master sat down, still in ecstatic mood. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.